Okay guys, this is my Keisha coming back to you. Right now I am going to roll out my fondant. So I hope it don't wiggle too much. And how I got this color is I needed in a little bit of brown to white. Just a little bit because I wanted to see how white, not how white, but how brown it would go. So I want to make sure this don't move, because it's going to move a lot. And I roll out my fondant with powdered sugar. Some people use cornstarch. I don't. I find that dry out your fondant and you get more cracks with it. So we're about to get ready to go. So I have my little cup and I'm sprinkling my powdered sugar all over. Here, let's get that. And I have powdered sugar all over me. Okay, so we're just gonna start rolling out gentle. Just go all different circles. Then I like to keep turning it, making sure I have enough powdered sugar underneath. Any air pockets, I have my little thing here, as you can see. Because sometimes when you need in white to a color or just anything or reusing it, you will get air pockets. I got a couple forming now. I like to roll out my fondant. I don't like it too thick, so I'm one of the ones that do kind of roll it out a little thin. Who want a mouthful of fondant? So, and this is pretty big, so I don't got to do that much measuring on is it going to fit my cake. But just by eyeing it, looks like it's going to do the trick, guys. Okay, so I feel around the sides to see if I got my consistent. It's a little thin over here, not so much right there. So I think I'm ready. Okay, so yeah. So we're just gonna roll it up and I'm gonna move it that way, because that's how I like to cover my cakes. Bring my board, drop it down. Now make sure you have your pizza cutter and you have your fondant smoother. So hopefully you can see this. I'm going to unroll it on top of my cake. Just like so. Now, with cakes that's not brown, well, I guess it goes for round. It'll go for any size cake. You want to make sure that you get your sides, because they can be the hardest part. And what you're going to do, you take your smoother and you just smooth down. You don't want to pull too much away from the cake because you don't want to break it. Now this part right here, I'll just lift the fondant up and just come down. Lift it up just like a skirt, like you just getting the creases out. Now I guess me covering this will determine if I'm going to use the fondant down or I'm going to spray it. Because if it don't come out like I want, which I see I might go that route to make the decision to go ahead and cut out all my little MKs. And I'm going to tell you why as soon as I finish. So you just keep going around the cake till it's all done. You just smooth it out. Make sure the buttercream adhered to the cake. I might not have to do it, then again, everything else looks pretty good. Okay. Now, trim off the excess. Pull this apart. Guys, this is my Keisha again. So I covered the cake, and I do have some cracks. Like there go one. I have one all the way at the bottom. So what I'm about to do is I made a decision to go ahead and airbrush it because this cake is too wide for me to do the little MKs. So I'm going to take my stencil and put it up to the cake like so, and I'm going to airbrush it with a dark brown, and I will be back to show you that. Guys, this is my Keisha coming to you from out of Chester, and here is a MK pocketbook that I've done. So let's start off with where I left off at. First, after I covered the cake, guys, we couldn't decide, well, I couldn't decide if I was going to spray the MKs or do fondant MKs all over it. So I went on with spraying it. But we did have some problems with the handle, which that I showed you guys that was dry and, you know, ready to go. But when I attached the handles to the cake, it was just gravity took its course and they came down. So we went to plan B and we did the little straps hanging off the side. So guys, we did a little border because we had to cover up some imperfections. And it was a light brown like this, but I went on and kind of airbrushed it to give it a little tint to make it darker. We have our emblem again. So guys, that was basically it. Like I said, we airbrushed the MKs all over it, and I just got finished steaming it. So I wanted to show you the finishing touches to my cake. So guys, shoot me a comment, let me know what you think. And as always, thanks for the love and the support.